Turtle Power Part 5. So the Turtles' father figure draws on the wall, and a friend of his named Usagi comes through the wall and introduces himself to them. Apparently, the Turtles need his guidance, and because bullshit, he can lead them into Dimension X, but not out. The Turtles are confused the whole time and wonder how he could know that Krang must be stopped when you'd think they'd have caught on that he has psychic powers by now, in the habit of getting psychic visions. If this was the first time he ever got a vision, it'd kinda come out of nowhere. And they're told to follow right behind him in the mist between realms, so the cosmic interstate. Did we need to see this? Maybe this is canon to Turtle lore, but couldn't it have just cut to them emerging from the other side of the portal? This is boring enough. So finally, they see the floating islands being dragged towards Dimension X's portal. It's getting annoying that the Turtles keep asking their father why he knows this. They're the dimmest people in the world if they didn't figure it out. Why can't he just tell the Turtles that he got a vision of Krang trying to get the Master Emerald? Doesn't he trust them? Why would he hide his psychic vision powers from the people he's raising? And I can't help but wonder how he even met Usagi. He's a rat person who lives in the sewers. Jeez, I wish the pacing was faster. There's way too many boring pages of these turtle characters, and they're doing nothing but talking. So the Turtles get spotted by a camera trying to get to the island from Jane. And that was the end of Chapter 5. With not a Sonic character in sight. We're barely into the review, so I'm just gonna make this the same video as Chapter 6. So the heroes are fighting a crocodile for a while. Nothing to say about this. They notice they're in another dimension now. Rouge gets grabbed and Sonic has to save her, sweetly smiling as if he holds no grudges. Interestingly, she calls him a hero, and Knuckles thinks she's flirting. Makes sense, I'm okay with this. Then Sonic has to fight a rock monster because he wants revenge, and Knuckles fails to detect sarcasm from Sonic. Suddenly, Rock and Beebs tackle the crocodile and tell the Turtles to come here because he can't hold it much longer. If they're helping the Turtles, I'm proud of them for it. It's more believable. If they didn't side with the Turtles, they'd be vastly outnumbered by the heroes and beaten up. Krang's not here to attack them right now. The Turtles knocked out the crocodile, and it turns out old Leatherhead isn't himself. And someone pulls the mushroom or something away from him, because it's the culprit. It's more interesting than he was roboticized. At least it's more interesting to a Sonic fan. Him being roboticized would have been something that never happened before. Then Tails assumes that the Turtles are friends of Sonic's for no good reason, just so he can have an excuse to snark at him for it. Rock and Beebs joined the Turtle team because it was better for their health. Yeah, fighting ninjas all the time is better for your health. Not to mention getting an enemy out of Krang. It's just a dumb excuse of theirs. Best case scenario, they have a future of doing the household chores for their master. So the Turtles' father politely introduces his team to Sonic, saying that his name is Splinter. Who would name their kid that? To a newcomer like me, it's confusing that Splinter and Shredder both have names that start with S, and neither of their names seem to have anything to do with anything. It's a relief that he's smart enough to tell the Sonic characters that they're here to help, so we don't have our time wasted with the two main crossover teams fighting, just because it's a cliche in crossovers. It really wastes their time because it's so obvious someone as fast as Sonic would wipe the floor with all of them. So a fight between them wouldn't be believable. All the fight would consist of is Sonic spin jumping at them, so that'd be boring anyways. Relatably, Sonic's confused. And Six is smart enough to tell these aliens that they surrender. I guess she's doing this because she learned from trying to throw a boomerang at the rock monsters. Sonic and Tails are miffed, and Six betrays Knuckles, saying that they should bother him first. Well, she hasn't spent enough time with him to really get attached to him. I wonder if he'll forgive her for it with the excuse that she's kinda crazy. And again, Sonic the Continuation established that this kind of Styx is not too heroic either. Like she smirked considering looting a pyramid. The Turtles and Leatherhead laugh, and Splinter for some reason has to reintroduce his team as allies of theirs. Rouge asks Rock and Beebs where her sister is. Again, It's good that we're being shown that she cares about her. It's very novel of Rouge to care about a family member of hers. Sonic suggests to Knuckles that they use Babylon to move the island out of this dimension, and out of nowhere, it's revealed that Donnie's good with machines. I guess he found books about it after leaving the sewers to get to the library, and making sure to get there when nobody's there, like at midnight. I have to assume the turtles have a special spray that keeps them from smelling terrible all the time from living in the sewers. Maybe Donatello invented it. But addressing that would be well thought out writing. Six thinks Krang is so cool when he shows up in his human-resembling mecha. I love Six in this comic. There's so many more ways to write the crazy character than conspiracy theories. Even Fleetway Sonic's scared of his appearance, calling him out for it. The mecha sure is well built if Knuckles' super strength punch does nothing. I guess Knuckles had rings to be fine after being smacked into a boulder. When the same kind of thing gave Boom Knuckles amnesia. And Rock and Beats reveal that they escaped Krang so they could tell Rouge what happened to her sister. They have multiple reasons for leaving Krang. But they keep talking as if they have only one at a time. That's confusing. It's surprising that we don't see any dialogue from them. It's faster that way. We just see Rouge shed tears and get furious. That's how you know she cares about her. Out of nowhere, we see a mustache on the mecha because it turns out Krang bought the tech to make this body from Robotnik. I guess Robotnik assumed that he could easily deal with Krang if he used the mecha against him. And he just assumed that he would go fight Sonic. And he figured the amount of money he'd get for it would be worth it. The window of the mecha is punched apart to get to Krang because Krang was too stupid to make unbreakable glass for his unbreakable mecha. I guess that was too hard. I guess Rouge has super strength in Sonic the continuation. Not so much that she can lift and carry something really heavy and huge over her head, that'd look pretty silly, but enough that her kick can break a lot of things. A lot of Sonic characters are surprisingly strong when they don't look it. So if Sonic is, I guess it's kind of believable. She's already able to glide and dig like Knuckles. And she could kick a wooden crate apart in the games. I guess she won't get to kill Krang, because he's a main villain. She wastes time threatening him instead. The rock monsters try to shoot at her and almost hit him. Why does he think she'd react better to the mutagen than her sister? Six is mad at a rock monster for damaging her boomerang and is still suspicious of Mikey, who prefers the term turtle dude. He's the only likable one so far. The rest don't seem to have a personality in this comic, beyond serious action guy. It's easier for me to get invested in Mikey because he's fun, not a turtle guy who's trying to make me take him seriously right away. Donnie offers Self get Babylon to work, and Sonic is confident because Mecha was built by Eggman and spin dashed at it. If it's immune to Knuckles' super strength punches, it's kind of surprising that Sonic's spin dash is so effective. Rouge asks Leatherhead to fling her towards Sonic. She's holding some bombs that seem to come out of complete nowhere, so the mecha gets covered in explosions. And she grabs him when he starts pulling to his death. He thanks her, and she says that was an awesome move, and it turns out Sonic got those explosives from Techno. It'd be even cooler if she showed up. It's kinda lame to only have the main Sonic game characters meet the Ninja Turtles. It's like it's pulling a Worlds Collide on you, where only the game characters got to meet the Mega Man characters. At that point, it's not taking advantage of it being a comic version of the Sonic series. A guy watching the camera footage gets worried about Krang and decides to drain all of the Technodrom's power trying to attack Angel Island with a laser. Against the wishes of someone smarter. Is he brainwashed? Why would he care if Krang gets destroyed? Wouldn't Krang be a terrible boss? The heroes avoid the laser as Rock and Beeps are hiding from it behind a rock, naturally wanting to go home. Not everyone has to be a fighter. Donnie thinks Babylon is beautiful and sheds tears at it. And the chapter ends there. So many different things happened that I didn't feel like making a heading for chapter 7. Because it's just so engaging that so many different things are happening. Krang has a giant mecha that he got the tech for from Robotnik to attack Angel Island. And even Rock and Beebs join the Turtles. It doesn't require a huge amount of creativity to come up with Sonic and his friends try to prevent someone from getting the Master Emerald and defend Angel Island. Angel Island is the second main setting of Fleetway next to Emerald Hill Zone and Metropolis Zone. So it's not that big of a leap. But it's still good to see a bunch of action scenes. I doubt they were that memorable though, if it's that hard to remember what actually happened in it. I guess they all just attacked the way they normally do.